May 26th, and it must be time for another legislative update from your North Carolina Medical Society. It's been a busy week, and it really kind of extended just from when we talked last. The Department of Health and Human Services wrapped up their listening session this week with formal comments, but also with a public session, with the last public session that was held here in Raleigh, for folks to share their comments and tell the department directly what they think about how we should take the step forward on Medicaid transformation. We had a lot of doctors participate in all 4 sites across the state, so thank you for doing that. Thank you for showing up and talking directly to the Department of Health and Human Services. We put a number of those videos online so you can see the things that your peers said and keep track of what's been going on. Now that the formal comments are all closed up, those should be made public sometime very soon, and once that occurs, we'll be doing a legislative blog to make sure that you're connected to the site where all those public comments can be read. So we'll be linking you through, as well as publishing the comments that the North Carolina Medical Society is submitting formally. This week at the legislature has been all about the budget. The House has been putting their budget together behind closed doors. They just rolled out their subcommittee reports earlier on Thursday. They took amendments. All that will be bundled over the weekend, and early next week, right after the Memorial Day holiday, we'll be seeing the complete House budget. So far, what we've seen looks really good. Looks even better than the Senate budget that came out a few weeks ago for us, and you'll note that there were not many things that I expressed of concern in there. So we're looking to be in really good shape in the budget, and if this budget goes forward next week, they expect to vote on it on Thursday and Friday, then I would see the conference process, at least for Health and Human Services, going pretty smooth. We did expect the nurse bill to come up this week on Wednesday. Remember, May 24th was a date that had been advertised as the day that the nurse bill was going to be heard. That health care committee in the House did not even meet on Wednesday, so that bill was not heard. There was no vote. We attribute that to much of the work that you are doing, having conversations with your legislators back home. We need you to keep doing that. Grassroots is absolutely vital, and just at the time that you think you've won, that's the time where you're most vulnerable. So be sure that you're staying in connection with your legislators back home. Same thing on the optometry bill. That bill has moved from the House to the Senate, and though the House moved it as a study bill, it could easily be turned back into a scope of practice bill in the Senate. So we need you to be talking to your senators and expressing your anxiety about that bill being anything other than a study bill. Just to wrap up today, I'll point out something that I think is just vitally important, especially at this time of year, and that is that we have to remain absolutely vigilant during the legislative process and even after the legislative session is over. So many times we want to treat politics as something that I've been reading about here recently as something that is finite and definite, so we can go back to the preoccupation of our private lives, as one author says. But that's not something that we can do. We have to be on it on a regular basis. We have to make it a part of our regular life. And I hope that this video that we're sharing with you becomes something that's a part of your regular life and something that keeps you informed so that you can keep politics as a part of your regular life. So it's not flying in for an emergency, because that's usually too late. Now is the time to keep that energy going, to make sure that you're talking to your legislators and building that relationship so that we stay strong together. I hope you have a great weekend, have a great Memorial Day. Remember those who have given so much, and we'll see you next week. Have a good one.